Just a quick warning, if you're subscribed to this channel because of my comedy videos and my meme videos, sorry to disappoint you, but this video is not gonna have much of that. This video is gonna be played completely straight. This is not a parody, this is not a comedy video, this is not a meme video, this is completely straight, alright? There's gonna be a few jokes, but the intent of this video is not to make you laugh. The intent of this video is to showcase the 17 years of my life in just under 30 minutes. Okay, so now that intro's over, here is Diego Leiva, the story of my life. Diego Leiva, Jack Lopez, Prometurant. These are the names people refer to me as, and this is a highly important day for me. Not only have I reached 200 subscribers by the time I recorded this, but this, as you may know, is the 100th undeleted video on this channel, which are both things I doubted I'd ever reach. You see, throughout the 17 years that I've been alive, I have set monstrous and assassin goals, like making a movie by age 13 or making my own show by age 10, as if everyone can be the creator of Axcop. I had such high hopes that when I received more realistic attention, I was not satisfied with it at all. But here I am, talking to my already found niche. And that's the point of this video. This video is about how in less than 20 years, I went from another chunk of cells to someone who can talk to a built-in audience. The video was originally going to be a draw my life sort of deal, but as you may see, just editing the video is a pain in the ass. But enough about that, this is the story of my life. I was born in December 28 of the year 2000 in Santiago de Chile. I was raised by my parents, Rodolfo America Leiva-The and Cecilia del Carmen Mena Alarcón. Around 2 years later, my brother Matias would join the family. When I was around 5 months old, my parents would buy the house that I'm living in right now. Around that time, we also built a summer house where we go every few months. Look, I barely remember anything before the age of 3. So you're gonna have to bear with me. When I was in kindergarten, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, and I was regularly sent to an institution for kids on the autism spectrum. I have talked to some of the people when I was 4, but I've never really talked to them after that.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today.
Before I ever had cable, I used to spend my afternoons and weekends watching SpongeBob, Early Adventures, and The Simpsons. Yes, I watched The Simpsons when I was 4 years old. Kinda gives you a taste of what the type of world I was living in. These shows would slowly build my bizarre sense of humor and would dictate my experience with Anglo-American culture for the following years. When I was 6 years old, I dropped out of school, not because I flunked or anything. In fact, I haven't flunked once in my life, but I was incredibly nervous there. And it's not even because of the schedule. I recall a few kids telling me they would, in their own words, rip the heart out of my chest. And it didn't even end at school. A kid threw sweet gums at me one time. But at last, I had to be homeschooled, and this would cause my mom to quit her job at Terra, which is like an internet business here in Chile. I sometimes blame myself for my mom quitting, but apparently she and everyone else would have been fired either way. So yeah, I had a pretty interesting childhood, to say the least. Before I left school, I would play around with a PC we had. It was a Windows XP. I would love to get one today. It's just a monument of nostalgia for me. It took me about a year to finally realize how to use the internet. By age 7, I already had Gmail account. I already watched a lot of YouTube videos. Well, not a lot, but a fair amount. And it was the random lowbrow parodies, skits, things like that. Stick figure randomness, Las Estupideces de Mario, Box Forts, Zombie Invasion, which I don't think you've seen, and a video by a guy called The Gamer Giza reviewing space simulators. The video was really good, but now I can't find it. It's been deleted off his account. But back to animation. This was when Flash animation was thriving on TV and the internet. Dare I even say it looked better on the internet than in TV, for now at least. It looked too easy to be true, and it turns out Flash was something you had to pay for. You couldn't pirate it at that time. We did get to buy it on Amazon, but that was after like, what, 5 years? But then cable happened. When I was 8 years old, I finally got cable, and it was the best thing ever. I got to watch the newer episodes of The Fairly Odd Parents, but I also got to watch other shows like iCarly. And I was slowly taught how to do whiteboard stop motion animation. And lo and behold, after a few years, I started my YouTube channel on September 30 of 2011. Well, it wasn't mine yet. I created with my mom's Google account, and I wouldn't verify it myself for about 5 years. My earliest video was a live cam where I delusionally talk about how I'm gonna make a regular show movie because I had no idea how the world works. It's been deleted, and it's definitely not a single copy of the video, so it's lost to the sands of time. Many of the videos I made were awful. They're the kind of thing you would expect from a kid now, not in 2011, 2012. Also, my animations, on top of being horribly unfunny, they weren't chalkboard, so they were also a huge eyesore. However, as years went by, I became antisocial, depressed, sometimes aggressive. Many things aggravated this, like my lack of social interactions, the testosterone building in my body, other anatomical things, and one of my friends dying in July of 2014. However, not everything was bad. I was still doing great in school. I got my mother's computer, and I started making new friends and new enemies. After making a few videos that I could say existed, I got into this thing called slideshow commentaries. One thing led to another, and in September of 2015 I made a commentary channel. Comjack was probably both the best and worst thing to ever happen to me. On one hand, it nearly destroyed my reputation, not to mention it normalized N-word on my vocabulary. You n***er. You were all in a joking manner, I promise. But on the other hand, it has shown me what I needed to hear. If you're a 14-year-old and a 6-year-old could recreate most of your videos, someone needs to slap some sense into you. While I do go back to Comjack every now and then, by 2016 I was ready to go back to my main channel. And in 2017, when Comjack was basically on life support, I succeeded more than ever. In that year alone, I doubled my sub count. But more than a sub count, there were dreams that became a reality. In July of this year, I finally got the flying plane to the US. Not to mention, I got to put myself out there. I got an audience. Well, yes, it would be good to make money from this. This is what it's all about, really. Why ask for someone to give me what I want to see when I can write it and put it into animation, or just edit it into a video? I originally was gonna end this video with that stupid Tim FP reference that I had at the beginning, but does this video really deserve such underwhelming ending? So I just want to say that not just you, not just me, but we have all made this possible. Without you, I wouldn't have had 200 subs. Without me, I wouldn't have made it to 100 videos. I would have never imagined how it would have been. I even thought I would be dead before this. So cheers for 100 videos. And let's hope I make 100 more.